Hey everybody, Brimstone here, and I hope you're having a very good day. Today, I wanted to come at you with something a little different. I wanted to come at you with probably my favorite Batman run that I have read, and now I haven't read all of them, and I'm not a big Batman fan, but this one really drew my attention to want to read it. Something about it clicked with me. And I wanted to share that with you because if I liked it, there's a good chance you would like it. I wouldn't recommend a bad comic. I would recommend a good comic that you might enjoy, but I would definitely not recommend a bad comic. While I understand that's a subjective thing, I still got to recommend this one. But before we get into this Batman run and my love for it, if you do like what you're hearing, please hit that like, hit that sub button, share this video out there if you want to hear more stuff about low key comics and pop culture and reviews and things like that. So, um, bit of a story here. Starting somewhere early in the pandemic, I think it was like 3 or 4 months in, I stumbled across a YouTube video about Batman, a Batman comic. And I'm like, well, okay, I got a couple hours to kill, and it covered the whole run. And I'm like, wow, this actually sounds really good. It's a good story. I would much rather, read it and stuff. It'll stick better. So I ordered the trade paperback off of Amazon. I got the last copy because apparently, pandemic, everybody's suddenly reading and buying comics, myself included. And I sat down and I started reading, and I'm like, holy crap, this is really good. And that is what sparked the love of collecting and doing all this again. I had the trade paperback, but I went and started collecting copies. And this comic run is called Batman the White Knight. This is a Elseworlds comic, Black Label. It's a little bit darker, a little bit grittier. This one is signed by the great Sean Gordon Murphy, the creator of the Murphyverse, this Batman run. And it is absolutely fantastic. Now, I hadn't heard of Sean Gordon Murphy till I read Batman, and then I realized he did a Hellblazer run, and I immediately ran off to get those. And if you want a review of that, let me know in the comments below. Absolutely will do a review of the Hellblazer Vertigo run done by him. But this is a interesting spin-off of Batman. Now, we get all sorts of interesting spin-offs, and not that the ideas are bad, just they can't seem to execute it properly. But this one is really good. So we got Von Freeze, which is kind of a prequel to it that came out after. I'm not sure when this came out, but it definitely came out. But the Batman White Knight first issue, I'm going to give you some spoilers here about what triggers this whole arc, this whole series. So it starts off with Batman chasing Joker through the city. Joker's on a skateboard. Batman's, of course, in the Batmobile. They're tearing through Gotham and everything like that. And Batman's a little more unhinged than normal, not the normal controlled Batman. And he finally corners Joker, and Joker says something snarky, and the bat snaps. And he beats Joker to within an inch of his life and shoves down some random pills that were in the warehouse that Joker had ran into. Cut to a few months later, the Gotham's questioning why they let Batman do what they do, because he's a vigilante. He did a lot of property damage. He beat that man because everybody saw Batman do what he did with his phones. Well, this segued into Joker waking up, and it's not Joker, it's Jack Napier. He wakes up and he is completely sane. He is cured. And they tested him, they did everything, and they're like, we can't hold him. And he actually looks at like people, he actually looks at Commissioner Gordon. He's like, you encourage this behavior, you continue to have Batman run wild in an armored tank around the city doing whatever the hell he wants to catch me. I was on a skateboard, he's in a tank, and he's doing property damage. He was going to beat me to within an inch of my life. And this, you know what? So I'm suing Gotham, and I am going to be the White Knight that's going to save this city. So that is the whole first issue. This issue right here, that is basically everything that happens in this issue. And I will not give more spoilers beyond that because it has some amazing twists and turns as you continue to read, like all good stories do. The art in this is dark, gritty. It's very street arty, but it is very, very good. It's also got a bit of nostalgia, touching on every Batman from animated series all the way up to from the 62 Batman movie all the way up to the latest Batman run, not the one with Robert Pattinson, but the one with Christian Bale's Batman, the Nolan trilogy. But they touched all of that, just a little bit of the nostalgia, but the execution of the story as an overarching thing is very, very good because it brings into a lot of stuff. Now, this is not canon. This is its own self-contained universe that taps on other Batman universes, but does its own story. And I think it does it very, very well. I'm not a huge Batman fan. I don't have a thing against the character. I am just not a big Batman guy. I've always been a Spider-Man guy. I like the show. I love Kevin Conroy as Batman, but I never got into reading the comics. Batman was never my hero. But I do like Batman in general, just not my exact favorite. But this run I absolutely love with. So it has 4 runs so far. I can't give the last one without giving spoilers. So we got a one-off called Von Freeze, which covers Mr. Freeze and his ties to Batman, which is actually very, very good. It's got each run is about 8 issues long. So we got Batman the White Knight. This one is first edition print, and it's all fantastic there. All of them. I love these. I have the floppy, so I'm not going to sit here and recommend comics I have not purchased or bought or read myself. I will never do that. So we got Batman the White Knight. We got Curse of the White Knight, which is the second one, which happens afterwards. And then we have the Great Beyond the White Knight. Like I said, they tap into everything, including Beyond the White Knight. Yes, my number ones are all signed by the author and artist, Sean Gordon Murphy, which is absolutely fantastic. But these are some of my favorite books. There is a 4th run that is out there and you can get and everything like that. But I encourage you to read all of them because it does a great job segueing. There's a Harley Quinn one-off. I'm not a big Harley Quinn fan, but I have it because I support the author. But yes, Batman the White Knight is definitely worth your time reading. White Knight, Curse of the White Knight, Beyond the White Knight, the 4th run, and there's even a Robin run out there that I just can't quite get my hands on. But no, it is absolutely fantastic fun run that is worth your time to read. And the best part is, if you don't want to get the floppies, there is trade paperbacks out there for all of these. You can find them all on Amazon, and I'm sure Amazon will do a very good job recommending you the next book in the series. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Has what I said inspired you to read this? Are you not interested? Do you hate the run? Please, I honestly would love to hear from you. I encourage feedback, and I do respond to most of the comments that drop into my DMs. Just don't be toxic. But yes, please, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please hit that like, hit that sub button, share this video out there, drop a comments with your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you later. Have a great rest of your day and happy reading.